All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode here of PubTalk. Obviously, we're back with 2-0, as we pretty much knew was going to happen. But Jordan Gast, Gas Tank Baby, coming off of a fresh win over the weekend, and
yes, sir.
And he's going to come on here and tell us a little bit about it today.
A lot of people did call it, like you said, expected it. If you look online, there's a lot of people calling first round submission. Evan Barnett, Jody Hill, they called it first round submission, man. Once you guys can bet on me, man, and win big money, you better send some of that this way.
I know one other thing, too. That was a bad night to be a Busch Light.
Yes.
That was a good card, honestly. I watched the whole thing, and I thought it was a really good card.
I didn't get to see the knockout before mine. I heard it, and I heard the crowd go crazy, but, I heard the crowd go crazy, like, man, it's going to be hard to perform as good as that right after that. And I didn't even throw a punch hardly, I went in there and just took him down, did my thing. But yeah, I heard it was a good card. There was a knockout and a few submissions.
A knockout would be an understatement.
It was pretty vicious. I'm going to go back and watch it when it comes out.
Yeah, that was pretty vicious. That was a very vicious uppercut. It was instant. I think before his fist came off his chin, his eyes were already in the back of his head.
I heard there was even some extra.
Oh, yeah.
And then you said there's a little drama behind it.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
Allegedly, from just what I heard, that from the people that was there, that the family started going towards the ring, and like they were getting into it. And, I guess it was so bad. Like, it was kind of funny, dude. You know what I mean?
I was already in my staging area when that happened. I was just pacing, ready to go. I was in the area where I could just walk out at.
I can tell you right now that just throwing that out there, because the whole time, as you're watching it on TV, they pan the camera on like when they're announcing you, and right before. And I swear, dude, like I watched everybody else's out there, and it was just like, dude, I don't really know if they're ready. Like, we talked about one of the boys having his girl in his corner, and they were like over there chit-chatting, dude. Like, before you go out and perform murder on somebody, dude, or like, it just seems so weird to have that. I don't know, man.
So they're showing us before we walked?
Yeah.
Oh,
and it was funny because, dude, like everybody else was just kind of like standing over there doing some shit, and you're just pacing back and forth, dude, looking like you're literally ready to simulate murder. Like, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody, dude.
Oh man, see, I knew that. I thought it was when I walked out. You guys saw me.
We saw all that from the moment that you stepped through the door to go right on the stage. The camera's on you. Yeah. So we saw you like the whole walkout. We heard the song, and then the whole time you were in the ring.
That's hilarious.
So
I'd like to watch the pay-per-view sometime. I ain't gonna buy it, I'll just watch them when they come out for free in a week. So if you guys didn't catch it, it comes out for free in a week on YouTube. They normally post it on their B2 Fighting Series YouTube channel. It comes out for free. Please view it.
Shout out to them too, man, because that's a good promotion.
There's a 2-night promotion. The next night even had another knockout. I know for a fact because the guy that got the knockouts from Bloomington is one of my buddies.
That was at Vegas, wasn't it?
No,
Vegas?
No, these were the two B2. So the night after mine, they had another B2 fight card right in the same spot.
Oh.
It's a 2-night event. I was on the first night.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. So the next night even had more knockouts, more finishes. I love the BTS. Thank them. And thanks to everybody that came out, man. You guys got loud. It was huge. It was like the Rep Arena. It was the Central Bank Arena, but it's right there behind and connected to Rep Arena. Yeah. And it got loud in there, man. And the guy noticed because afterwards, the guy who runs the promotion, they call him Hard Rock. He came and gave me my fight check, man. And he was telling me, he's like, man, it got loud here. You guys are like 2.5 hours away. You guys got a huge fan base here. So that's awesome, man. You guys got loud. Thank you guys for that, man. I couldn't ask for anything more. You guys,
Scipio Savages, baby.
You guys drank all the beers there too, like you said, man. You guys were hell yeah, man.
Bad day to be a beer that night, dude.
It's a good time, man. We got pictures afterwards, man. Tons of people there. Can't thank you all enough, and thanks to my sponsors. They took care of me. Been taking care of me. Talking about taking care of me more.
Right.
Look like I might be getting some more sponsors. I'll give them shouts out, man, when we work something out. But
yeah, absolutely.
Stay tuned with that, man.
The sponsors make this go.
All local too, and they're all local, man. I want to keep it local.
Yes, sir.
Because like you're saying on your post, man, all this local stuff's happening. We got people doing big things here. Kyle Short was hitting me up. He's a coon hunter, and they have a coon hunting club and killing it. And that's just a whole different side of, it's still competition, but it's different from mine, and I love it, dude. He's fighting his own fight and killing it. I got my fight killing it. There's people fighting, lawyers, doctors. Yeah. This police force we were talking about last time, man, they're doing good. The programs are doing good. It's starting to come into jiu-jitsu more. Mm-hmm. I love it, man. Keeping it all local, trying to keep it Southern Indiana, baby.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of big things going on. People got a lot of good stuff going on, like you said, and I'm also going to work on having them on here as well. If just finding the time, because you don't get to that level of anything unless you're putting the time
in right now. Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard for hey man, can you squeeze a 45-minute podcast in with me and just talk about this?
Yeah.
So it's kind of difficult to find that time, and I understand that. So
I found it now because I'm taking the week off. The weight cut. This one was kind of rough. We were talking about it a little bit earlier. I was lifting pretty heavy before this one, man. I felt like I was getting stronger, getting bigger. And I knew the weight cut was going to be rough, but it got real rough, man. I showed up there to get like an hour and a half to weigh in.
Right.
I showed up in my first 2 weigh-ins. I was overweight. I was like, oh, God, I've never missed weight. So I got a sauna suit. I'm running. And it's like last minute chance you get to weigh in. I weighed in and finally made weight. It was right on.
Damn.
So I lost, and our fight was the Friday after Easter. So Easter dinner, I ate real healthy, but I ate a lot. So I was 25 pounds over then. I weighed 160. And then had to cut that by Thursday to 330. And that's when I was cutting that last extra bit of weight. So I lost 25 pounds, and then I gained it back after the fight. I ate real healthy and just a little bit till the fight. And then after the fight, so 2 days after that, I gained 20 back.
Gosh.
Yeah, so right now I'm at like 155, 158. But yeah, I'm putting it down.
Damn it, man.
It was a rough one. Thanks for everybody for cooking for me too. Yeah, everybody came and brought some food. Made sure I got fat. Oh man, needed it.
It was right after Easter too.
Good time though, man. The party was fun afterwards. Everybody come out to Scipio, man. It's always gonna have to be out in Scipio. Thanks for everybody coming out there. Like I said, got me fat. I was just eating the whole time, man. I wasn't even worried about anything else.
Getting all that weight back.
Oh yeah.
That's tough.
Yep. And obviously everybody at Browns too. There's a big Browns group there. Everybody was wearing the Browns hoodie. And if you guys seen the fight gear I was wearing, and my coaches were wearing the hoodies and stuff, that is available. We can get that. We're also making some more. We're going to get different designs on there.
How would they go about getting it?
Come reach out to me on Facebook. I got a list of what we have in stock right now. We can also order some. We got hoodies, for about $40, $45. We also got rash guards for about... Rash guards are like Under Armour, and the shirts that we wear is what I was wearing out, and everybody else wear the hoodie. We got Browns rash guards for about $25 to $30, man. They're cool designs, man.
I think I did see the shirts. Yeah. I did see the rash guards.
Yeah, that's what I walk out in. And,
those are sick.
The hoodies, I was wearing hoodies out back and actually warming up in it and stuff. But.
So there you go, guys. If you guys are interested in any kind of that, support the entire program, because there are more killers in that program too that might be coming up. So
I think we're gonna be seeing some more in B2 here before long.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Good deal.
They're competing right now in jiu-jitsu. We got a couple tournaments coming up. I think they're focused on that.
Right.
I think I'm gonna slow down on the competition in Fuji and focus on more on the MMA right now. Kind of follow that a little heavier.
Right.
Because we might have the fight announcement, here before long as well. Oh. I'll go ahead and tell you guys I'm pushing for the Louisville one, June 25th. I've already called out some names to the guy who makes the matches. I've already told him I want some people. I'm looking for. I told him I don't want. Shout out to Khalid Nassar, but he was young. He's 19-year-old. He's from across seas, from Saudi Arabia. He had 17 fights over there. I found out, but they weren't with anybody that.
Does he have a winning record?
He had a winning record. I believe he was 15-2. If I was told right, and but like I said, it's with people that don't know what they're doing as well. It's just kind of they both are fighting.
Right.
And I need somebody to get me to that higher level. Respect for him for taking the fight, because I had 2 guys that could have got me to that higher level that didn't take the fight. So he stepped up and would do it. It's like, whatever. But I had to show him what that Midwestern American wrestling was about. show him that stuff at Andy Wrestling. Get it done. Shout out to him, but he's just young. So I told him, well, I want somebody that's got experience, got something that can get me to that spot to impress.
Yeah, you're ready for the next challenge.
I'm ready for that next challenge. So June 25th, I'm trying to find somebody to fight me on that card. He said he'll look for somebody. So can't promise it yet. Hoping to get it, be real close to home. People, please come out. It's a great time. It got loud out of this last one.
Yeah, dude. I could hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I noticed when I was ready to hear it, man. Chase and Thompson, man.
Oh, he's loud,
man. But if you notice, he was the one who cornered me in my first 2 street beef fights. And the second one, he was allowed to get loud. And you could hear his saying is, he don't like that at all. And that's literally the first thing I heard was when I talked to him. He said, he don't like that at all. I was like, man. Yeah, I gotta hate that for Khalid. But I was loving it.
Yeah, but you gotta love it for Chase.
I love it for Chase. Chase got loud. Bobby, Ike, all those guys out there. Shout out to y'all, man. The Scipio Savages.
Dude, you had a lot of fans there.
Yeah, we got pictures of it too, man. I couldn't even get everybody in the picture I could put on Instagram, man. There's people blocked out.
It was funny watching it, dude, because like if you ever rewatch it, you'll see what I'm saying. But
I can't wait.
The commentators weren't even done talking about the entire fight build-up. Like, they were talking about you, and then they were still in the middle of talking about you right when you were tapping him. It was the greatest thing. It was like, minute 45 seconds or something like that.
Yes.
It's right in the 40s.
Andy Law, I believe, is the name of one of the commentators, and he's the one who kind of talked to me beforehand. And like I've been talking about, I want to strike, I want to showcase my striking, and I know I got it, but right before I went to this fight, I had a game plan. I was going to strike a little bit, and he told me, he was like, well, why do that? He said, there's this pro fighter, I can't remember his name. He went all the way to the pros, just taking people down, and they asked him, why aren't you doing your stand-up? He says, I'm not going to showcase my stand-up until someone can stop me from taking them down. Why show them something they can work on to beat me when I can just show them something they can't beat me at?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just got here, and I'm gonna wrestle this guy, and just get it down and do what I do.
Right.
Get it done quick. My dad, after that too, was just like, get it done quick. Let's go out there and just get it done. Because the boy, he's young. Like I said, he's young, and he was during the weigh-ins and during the rules meeting, he was Facebook, Snapchatting, and doing all that stuff, not really taking it serious, And my dad was like, go out there and just show him that this is something you gotta take serious. This ain't something you don't just play.
That's what I was saying, man. Like, old boy had this girl in his corner, and like they were all like warming up together. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I could do that.
That whole card was Indiana versus Kentucky, pretty much.
Yeah, a lot of guys out of Evansville.
I wanted to cheer for the Indiana guys, but those guys were the ones that had the girls in the corner. So, and I was backstage with them. Their lockers were next to mine. And look, I'm Coach Jones style, if you got your girl and she motivates you, good, man. And if she's in your corner, good for you. But when it comes to me, Katie knows, she's in my corner in life, not in my corner at the fight. She supports me, takes care of me and everything outside of the ring, But when it comes to fight day, she knows not to call me, not to text me.
Yeah, you're focused.
I'm focused on me and that guy that day. She knows not to distract me. These guys, it's like 4 or 5 of them out there that had their girls backstage. One was making out with them. The other one's trying to teach him MMA at the time, and I'm like, bud, right now's not the time for that. You better be ready. You got to fight next. So one's doing pad work with this girl, and he's trying to teach her pad work back there, and he's up there, and he's like, all right, now I'm going to finally start going. So he just throws one uppercut, and it hits, and boom. And she starts to, you can tell she wants to cry. I felt bad for her. She's like, all right, we're done. And they just go back into the little cubby, and I was just like, they wind up losing too, It's like, you gotta stay focused, bud.
Oh, man.
It ain't something you can't, it's not like bringing your girl to the office.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, that's just not a...
Like you said, you see me pacing right then and there?
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing that all day. I don't really have my phone on me. I'm doing that all day thinking of just...
That's what I'm saying. It was so funny to watch that, dude, because, just that... I think it's around 25 seconds from the time that you basically walk out. Once they do your face and everything, when you get in the cage, they show you for 25 seconds in the cage while they're announcing your name and everything.
That was crazy.
And it seems funny is everyone else is just kind of standing there
Oh,
kind of just like real nervous looking, dude. Like they're always just like, and then like you came out and you're just pacing back and forth, dude, and you just look like you're pissed off, dude. Like a little kid just got his sandcastle knocked over. You're just ready to hurt someone.
I lose the nervousness before then. When I'm pacing out there, it's not nervousness no more. It's ready to go.
Right, and you could tell that, and it was just like, I looked at, shout out to him though, like you said, for taking the fight. But I looked back over the corner, and I'm like, this dude looks like he acts like he's ready, but I don't think he is.
My dad called it, kind of when we got some more news on this guy. My dad called. He said he's young. He's only kind of done stand up, and that's over there in Saudi Arabia, and he's done a lot of fights, so he's not scared. His nickname was No Fear. He wasn't scared, I don't think. He got right in my face right away. My dad called.
He had a good sprawl.
My dad called that. He said that he's going to come out here and he's going to get in your face right away and be aggressive. You might waste that energy, be ready to go in the later rounds, but I won't gas out. Just be ready for that. But he said you have to go under him right away, or he's going to be coming out swinging. But as soon as the fight starts, he goes boom. He says that. I don't know if you guys heard that in the pay-per-view, but he goes boom, and I was like, oh man, this dude is ready for it. So I was like, I'm shooting right away. So Dad called that, and then he did have the good sprawl, but I kind of just laid under there at first.
Yeah.
Thinking like he wants to get back up, so I just held onto the elbow. If you see him hanging on the elbow, and once I grabbed that, I knew I was like, oh boy's not strong enough. So he's trying to get up and get away, but I'm just hanging onto that elbow at first. I'm just waiting for my shot. I'm waiting for him to bring what he does, his right leg comes closer. I'm just waiting for that opportunity. So finally brings it close enough. I switch it to a high C. I went for that back take. Wound up getting it to that slam.
Yeah, and you see the double hooks and like.
Yeah.
And it was like day and night difference between you two. Like you weren't like, dude, there was no hesitation.
Yeah.
Like you knew. It was as someone who kind of understands jiu-jitsu, if you could have watched that fight and it was just like a dominant chess game.
Oh yeah.
Like it's strategic. Like once he sprawled you and you were on it, but you just waited. You were patient. You're like, okay, so where are you gonna go?
Yeah.
And for a second, I think it was the 5-second hesitation of he didn't have the decision making. You'd be like, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
Yep.
Well, then you showed him, well, this is what I'm going to make you do.
Yeah.
It's just a chess match. It really is.
Got the hooks in, and I was just going for the neck right away. I was wanting to finish, and then he was fighting it really good, and I forgot. I was like, man, I can throw punches, so I threw those few punches to open him back up. And
there was, I think one of the commentators said that too, like, I don't know if he's so dominant on wrestling, but I think he forgets he can punch.
I really do, and I'm just ready to finish it.
Because you were trying to lock it in like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, dude, hit him one time, free him up, hit him one time,
I eventually
and you did. He was like 1, 2, and he immediately threw it up, and it was right in, and it was done. Once it was like the moment because at first he didn't have it all the way, and it was just like kind of like a jaw, but dude, his jaw was like.
I saw his hands start to come up. Dude, he paused there for a second. I was like, I ain't going anywhere. But you might as well tap down. I'm not going nowhere. Right, you're still with it. Then it got loud, like I said, man. And next time, hopefully y'all can go and it'd be closer to home, closer to Louisville, and get even louder.
Oh, yeah.
That guy notices that, and that's why I appreciate it so much, because the guy that runs that, he notices that kind of stuff, and he wants those kind of people there. He's like kind of Conor McGregor, I'm not saying I'm the Conor McGregor of B2, but it's like how he runs it. Like he gets pay-per-views, so he gets whatever fight he wants. Don't matter if he wins or loses. So I'm hoping to kind of get in that kind of role where, like, if I bring the fan base in, you guys let me pick and choose where I want to fight and who, what rank, and all that stuff. That way I can get the title shot quicker.
Right.
He let me hold the belt backstage, man. Kind of motivate me a little bit. I didn't realize how heavy they were, man. But, I want that, dude. I want to bring that belt home one day.
A little bit more motivation, huh?
Oh, yeah, dude. I want that. There was the flyweight, the bantamweight champ in the pro. Jimmy Pender fought that night. And I actually had to corner against him. If you guys watch the whole fight card, I cornered the other guy that he fights against. And that was just kind of because he needed help cornering. I didn't really know, oh boy. But, it was kind of motivational and kind of cool to see it up close to watch the champ in my division fight. That counts as motivation too.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, was it him that came down? He went down a weight class.
Yeah, he went down a weight class.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a taller guy, a little linkier, but he's got good stand up. I'm sure his ground game's all right.
So how was the cornering experience?
Cornering experience was fun. I didn't know the guy. I knew of him. I've watched his fights.
Right.
I just met him that day, though, and we realized he was by himself in the locker. So I asked him, I was like, hey, man, if you need anything, we got water, we got some snacks, some good carbs and stuff. He's like, all right, thanks. And then the guy that runs the stuff, Hard Rock, come over and he said, hey, man, you ain't got nobody to corner him if you guys wouldn't mind cornering him. I was like, if he asked for that, if he needs that, I would be, do that.
Right.
And he said, yeah, he would like that because his coaches couldn't make it for some reason. What he was telling me, that he traveled from somewhere else. I think it was from Texas or something. I don't quite remember. I have to watch the fight. But his coaches couldn't come with him, so I cornered him. I just told him, I was like, I don't really know your game plan. I'm a wrestler, but I'll tell you, go out there and just shoot right away. And if you watch my fight, I'll tell you how much time you got on the clock, the water, I'll get you water, anything you need, and just tell you what I see is happening. So it was fun to corner him, getting in and out of the cage. It was more fun being next to the fight right there. It was a good fight. It was a real close fight. And so I got to watch that right there. It's really cool. I was hoping it'd be a finish.
And that's a cool experience for you too. Because you're up there, and that kind of gives you a view from your coaches. I can see so this is how he sees this. Yeah.
And learn.
Yeah.
Because that was the champion fight in my weight class. So if I can learn something, man, that'd be cool. Eventually, try to get in that spot, maybe. I
know when you were talking a little bit, and you were saying some of the things you were telling him to do, and he just wasn't quite understanding or whatever. Did that kind of shock you? Did that make you think damn, dude, maybe maybe your fight IQ levels just.
No, I knew he was going to be thrown off because I'm not his coach. I'm not his training partner.
Right.
I'm not anybody he knows. So I was just kind of, it was going to be thrown off. I could just tell him what I knew, and he was just trying to find that rhythm with me and still focus on his fight. So if I knew him a little more, I probably could have told him a lot more of what he could have done or something. Because I rode with AJ, and I'm trying to get AJ to fight. Everybody, if you guys see AJ next time, he was going to be on here. He has to work. But if you guys see AJ next time, tell him to get in here, man. He's a killer. He can go out there and do the same thing. But I could coach AJ, because I know what he tries to go for.
Oh, yeah.
We always go, so I could tell him, yeah, you need to try to get in this position. That's where you want to be at, But I didn't know that guy. He's really good. I've watched some of his fights, and he does go for shots. And I was kind of, me, shoot out. He shot once, got the takedown, and never really went for one after that again. I think he was kind of just hesitant at Pender's stand-up because Pender's got some good stand-up.
Yeah, he does.
He has some knockouts.
So they were hyping that up pretty much the whole time before, so I was watching a lot of highlights. And
he's their poster boy too, really. That's why when I fought Cadell and Pender was cornering him,
he started there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He pretty much was there even before it was B2, is what they were saying. I think.
Yeah, he's been with Hard Rock for a long time. That's why they had him mic'd up between rounds during my fight with Cadell. But we only got one round to do that. I wanted to get it done in the first round this time too, to show that last one wasn't a fluke. Last time was just kind of I was a little stage struck,
Right, it was your first fight.
Yeah, but this time I wanted to let everybody know I've been there, done that. Here I am. It wasn't a fluke.
It's dominant, that's for sure.
Excited. And
hey.
they're one of their social media guys that runs the stuff hit me up and asked if they see the promos that they do for Pender and stuff like you said. They do that for some fighters, even the amateur ones. So they want to do that for me and tell me just get some video. So we might have a little bit of video from here, some of my workout videos and the videos that we got already on deck. But we're also going to go to James County, going to go through the wrestling room, talk to my old coaches, try to promote some of the old wrestling that we got here, programs that we got. So I'm excited for that, and they'll edit it and make it happen.
Heck yeah.
Get a little hometown view.
Background story a little bit, what's going on, where you come from.
Everybody's always asking what's a Scipio.
Bro, it's the son of Scipio.
Yeah, we'll find out.
That was awesome though, man. Like I said, shout out to that promotion because just the whole way that was ran was so professional. You know what I mean? As an amateur series, it was super professional.
Yes.
And,
it makes me feel more comfortable as a fighter.
Oh yeah.
I liked Street Beefs, it was alright, but it was just.
And when old boy got knocked out, dude, they were on it. The safety team was.
There's 3 doctors.
Oh yeah.
3 beautiful doctors. Let me add that. But yeah, they right away before I was even backstage, the doctor had light my eyes, making sure I was all right. She knew. She was like, just got to do my thing. And then sent me on they're on it immediately, making sure everybody's healthy. And after weigh-ins, they make sure, I think everybody's got water, something to eat right away. Like, they take care of us real well. I love it. It makes me feel comfortable. I fight better that way.
Right, yeah.
That's, I feel like if I had this with the first 3 fighters I had at Straight Beefs, I probably could have got more finishes, but it was just strange out there, man. You just kind of thrown out there with a group of fighters and don't know who you're fighting until it's like 5 minutes before your fight. So it's just strange, man. It's different. I love it.
It's one way to get all the fears out, though, because, there ain't nothing more scary than that.
Got out there in the fire, got comfortable in the fire before, came out to the B2. I'm glad I did go to Street Beefs.
Oh, yeah.
No regret. Everybody that went to Papa's Grill, I'm sorry that I guess it was buffering, but someone did play it there on their phone, so people still kind of watched it.
Mine buffered for a little bit at the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just the internet connection there or not. But people still showed up. Appreciate that. In the garage, I guess, popped off. They had no problems. They were watching it when the fight happened. Everybody was loving it there. Evan Bannister, thank you so much for making sure that happened there. But people were drinking. It was a bad night for alcohol, like you said that night. Everybody was telling me how drunk they were, and when I came out of the cage, that's the first thing I kind of was like, these Scipio Savages are wasted, bud. Wasted and loud. I loved it. That's what I want to see there, man. That's what that guy, Hard Rock, wants to see too, That means he's getting money.
Oh, yeah.
Wish I was getting some of it, man, but we'll get there, Start making some of that money one day.
Yeah, it was definitely loud. Like, it was much louder than a lot of people, for sure. Like, you could tell as soon as you came out, like, I'm pretty sure some point during the fight I heard Chasen say beat his ass. I'm almost certain I did.
I'm excited. Chase asked me when the video comes out because he wants to see if he could hear himself. I'm like, bud, I'm sure. I'm going to go back and watch it. I'm sure I can hear.
He's loud.
I love it. That's why I'm glad he got to go there, man. He didn't know if he was going to be able to make this one either, and he got to make it, dude. He cornered me in my first 2 fights, and that's literally why I had him there. I was like, I want you to get loud when I win, or just make sure they know. He's good at doing that. That's what's up.
Good hype, man.
Thank you, Chase. Everybody there. Thank you all. Thank you for having me out here again, man. I always love, like I said on the post I had on there, like, this is the home gas tank,
Yeah, dude. Sure, I appreciate it.
I'm sure we're going to have some more big news here soon.
I'm hoping.
Gonna do
you
that.
said you were thinking about June?
June 25th.
Trying for June?
Trying for June 25th. We'll see if anybody takes the fight. I'm sure we'll get there. I want somebody top 10.
Ready, dude. You're ready to go.
You don't have to be the top 5 or nothing, but just someone, around in that area. Because I think my wrestling's very dominant, man. Like, as I've been shown here, man. My takedowns are alright. I shoot from far. And someone was telling me they were nervous when I shot too far and was just laying under them. I was like, man, that's where I like to be. I like to be under them at first and feel out what what their strengths and what they're doing, and then I'll switch it up. Try to be up on top. Always try to end up on top. That James County scrambling, that old scrambling drills, man, I'm always going to end up on top. I've done those drills way too many times, man, to end up on bottom. I'm sure if I was scrambling and ended up on bottom, I'd be getting a call from Coach Olds afterwards and be like, why'd you do that? I can't let that happen. I'll be getting an interview, hopefully, with Coach Jones for that documentary. I like to talk to him. I'm going to reach out to him. Coach Mo's already reached out to me. We're going to have a good Coach Morrison. Him. My wrestling coach through middle school. That's when I had my undefeated seasons. Coach Mo coached me through that. And those lessons still carry with me. With all those coaches I had, those lessons still carry today. They still carry with me. They like wrestling. I mean, I do have jiu-jitsu. I do love to do jiu-jitsu. I compete in jiu-jitsu. But jiu-jitsu is when I can show my jiu-jitsu.
Right.
I don't do wrestling no more, so when I can go out there in the cage and show wrestling, I will. I hate being called a wrestler now.
Well, that was the first and foremost love.
Do what now?
Wrestling was your first and foremost love. It's in your, at this point, you've probably practiced it so much that you can't get it wrong.
Can't just the takedowns always can be set up. You can find different setups to takedowns, but once I grab hold of somebody, dude, it turns into a wrestling match. Can't go wrong. I love it.
It's definitely dominant. It's working.
Yes, sir. James County Wrestling. June 25th, if you guys can make it, and keep buying. When you buy it, if you go down to the bottom of the checkout list and put my name in the note list, I appreciate that. I get a little bit off of those tickets when you guys do that, and it helps me out in my journey. Because the stuff ain't cheap. The jiu-jitsu classes, the fight gear I have to go through. I go through like a mouthpiece a week, all that stuff. So the stuff ain't cheap. And, so I appreciate all the help that you guys give me. And the sponsors have really helped me out a lot here lately.
Yeah, and if anybody's watching this and would like to sponsor Jordan, I'm sure he's
please.
You can never have too many sponsors, guys. That's what makes the dream work.
Reach out to me. The sponsors I do have, we've been working out great deals where it works out for both of us. And I wanted, this was a trial run pretty much with my sponsors at the garage and Papa to see if people would even show up. They did. Thank you all for that, dude. They got loud. One of my buddy got Snapchat video of Papa's grill and how they were going crazy afterwards. And then my buddy Evan told me how the garage was. Everybody was crowded around the TVs there at the garage. When it went off, they were going crazy and stuff.
That's a hopping place too.
And I'm glad the whole fight card was cool too.
That was a good fight card.
Yeah, so everybody else was still interested.
It was so cool too because the fight right before yours was the knockout. So everybody, dude, it was just it was the peak of the night. Dude, that was it was insane.
It was. I was actually the guy who got knocked out. His locker was next to mine, man. And he's warming up, and he seemed all scared. I saw that his record was 0-1. I was like, maybe this guy might have a chance. And then I started to go in the staging area, and the guy running the staging area was like, hey, be ready. You know how these fights are. They can go the distance. They can last a minute. About the time he said that, you hear, boom. Oh! He's like, get ready. It's going to be here soon. But he was down for a minute.
He was down for 6 minutes.
Yeah, so I was just pacing the whole time, for the whole 6 minutes. I was thinking it was going to be sooner, I was going to get out there sooner, but no, he was...
And like we said, shout out to B2 Fighting Series again, because the safety team there was immediately... yes. Yeah, that was a phenomenal job from that entire promotion.
He was good afterwards, too, backstage. He was fine.
Good deal. Because that was a vicious knockout.
Yeah, it was. I seen the highlights. They posted the highlights afterward. That's all I saw of it, and it looked pretty vicious. There was those extra couple blows.
Yeah, he threw, and he ended up throwing threw 3 strikes after that. Once he went down to the ground, but the first one he missed, and then it was the second one that got him, and then he threw a third, but he hit the body. So
he's lucky.
Yeah, so he only got one of the 3. But had he connected with all 3, that would have been, I'm sure, even worse.
Yes.
But that's their job. They don't stop until the referee. You can't, dude.
You asked Jorge Masvidal. It's super necessary.
It's super necessary.
Yeah, when, I get the choke, when they tap, I have to let go. But, sometimes it's just fun punching somebody, you don't want to stop sometimes. I've not been in that situation. I'm not in competition. Situation. Even in the gym, I don't beat people up. If they are done, we're done.
Right.
I would never do that with my training partners. We worked hard, though, in Browns, and I got to walk out with actually a couple more of my Browns team members. So my coach, Bill, and Coach T, they got to walk out with me. And then my cornermen were AJ and Dad, Butch Gast, and my whole PJJ team. A few of them got to warm up with me back there, get me ready for the fight and stuff. So that was cool. I'm glad they got to do that because they've been doing this journey with me, going through the classes, watching me, work so hard through the gym. The match was 1 minute 41 seconds, I think. But man, we were putting in 2-3 hours in the gym every day, grinding. It's not just me; it's the other guys grinding, and that's why I think we're getting ready to see some more of those guys because they're starting to realize, they got it in them. They're at Browns, they're starting to realize, just because we're in Southern Indiana doesn't mean we can't do it.
Right.
We got grinders and killers out here, man. They're thinking about it.
Yes. It's, dude, and it's the few of the people, like yourself that do these things that inspire other people to, you know what I mean? Sometimes I think that's just what it takes. It takes a few people to start inspiring all the other ones because, like you said, like AJ, whenever I first went to that gym, the first or second time I went there, man, I finally got to roll with AJ, and dude, he ain't a joke. Dude, he's got skills, and
he's putting me in bad spots all the time, and that's why. I feel like if I do get in a bad spot in a match, I'm gonna know what to do because AJ's putting me there.
He's patient, man. Yeah. He really is. I feel like he's got so much confidence in it. You roll around so much. Like how you guys roll there. it's like
just another day in the office.
Yes, and it's you guys rotate. There's always a new body.
Yep.
And that's the beautiful thing about it is, like even you and I have rolled, and I'm 6'6", so and it's just
the
the
small
body
guy in there all the time.
Yeah.
We've gotten some younger kids in there now, but like people my age, I'm the smallest always. I'd like to get more feels, but it makes me stronger.
Oh yeah.
And I get different feels too. Like I said, I get younger kids who are quick. I get older guys who are strong. I get people around my age who are a little bit both.
It's all the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And you got some serious guys in there. Like you got a couple purple belts, don't you?
It's shown. Yeah, we got purple belts. We got brown belt. Our professor, the black belt, Mike Brown, and purple belts, same blue belts. And it's showing too because we're competing, and I use my rear naked choke, my hooks, and rear naked choke is the jiu-jitsu part of it. I kind of use my wrestling to get them down. But what we practice there at the gym it works. And we got people winning nationals. We got people winning state tournaments. Like what we be doing at that little gym, it works, man. We train
and
hard
there's medals all over the wall.
All over the place, man. We be training hard there, man. We be every day. There's a kid named Jude that goes there. And he's 15, 16 years old. And he's been doing some state competitions. Actually has like some of the quickest submissions in the States.
Really?
Yeah, like he goes out and guillotining people real quick. And he's grinding, man, like every day in there with me. And like, obviously, he's younger than me, but he's in my face every day. Like, let's roll. You ready to roll? Let's roll. And it's that kind of guy that gets better.
Yeah,
he wants to learn. He wants to get better. He'll go to the bigger guys that beat him up and let him beat him up. And now it's where the point he's beating them up because he's been there, done that now, and that's what he needs to do. He's doing that.
And then you get good at that, and then you go against the kid your own weight, and it's like this is a rag doll.
Exactly. And he's talking about once he gets old enough, he's gonna be a killer if he keeps training the way he is, man. So that gym, man, we don't stop in there, dude. We just be doing it, and not just the cardio and stuff. Like we be going hard, but we also be teaching everything that we can. We're not that kind of gym. There's some gyms, man, like you learn something, you hide it to yourself. That way nobody learns it. You can beat them with it, and they can't learn the defense to it. Not this gym, man. If we learn something, we're showing it. That way we can learn more, and people can be like, oh, well, here's the defense to it, so be ready for this. And we're always communicating, always getting better.
You're always learning. There's always something.
So I'm glad, man. And we're just going to keep getting bigger.
Yeah.
Keep getting bigger. We got the Browns merchandise, like we said earlier. If you guys want any of that stuff.
Yeah, you guys can hit Jordan up on Facebook, and he can get you some of that fresh apparel. And like we said, help the whole team.
Oh, yeah.
Because, Mike's a really good teacher. He's got a really good program over there.
Yes.
And a huge shout out to them, because, it's a phenomenal place.
And it's ran for a lot of officers, too, to do their job.
Right. Just to serve Columbus.
That's great that they do that. And we also have our competitors in there. And we just have our kids that are just learning it for a hobby. We have kids that are learning it. We've got young kids that are learning it to if they ever get into a bully situation. We tell them about that. We get them in situations where they can holler for a teacher or something. So even young kids. We have young kids apparel too. We got little young kids out there competing. So anything. It's
a very good sport to get into. I wish, to be honest with you, I wish they had like high school jiu-jitsu teams because that would be, cool, dude.
They tried. I just don't know what's blocking it. Wrestling's pretty vicious too. So I don't know why they wouldn't do jiu-jitsu. I came out with black eyes and bloody noses out of wrestling.
Yeah, there's some serious wrestling matches.
So why not do something? Football, football's pretty vicious too. So why not jiu-jitsu? I think jiu-jitsu would make it be a safer sport than those because they teach the safeness of it. It's what it is. Wrestling teach you how to be a brute wrestler. Jiu-jitsu teach you how to be safe and get out of a situation safely.
Right.
So that's what it's all about.
You could apply that. Once you get good at jiu-jitsu, I've said this 100 times, dude. It's a superpower. It really, because how often do you see, you get yourself in a street, like a street fight. Or you don't. Your first was not to do it in your first place. But if you're gonna do it, you might as well know what you're doing.
Yeah, especially because you don't have scales out there. The guy might be bigger. You might be stronger.
Or might have a weapon.
Or might even have a weapon.
Yeah, it's good to know. Here's a way I can make him stop breathing in 6 seconds.
Well, we also show there with the officer stuff because I'm going to be holding a knife like you said. So
Yeah.
how do you detain that arm and leave it? Why you can get stuff done over here, choke them out over here and stuff. So it's all safety. It's a good sport against you just for the safety reason. I think if you're just going to learn the martial arts for self-defense, jiu-jitsu.
No, absolutely.
I'd say if you want to learn a sport for cardio and strength and all that, do wrestling because you're going to get stronger and your cardio's going to be better and go faster. But it's not going to teach you safety in this. It's going to teach you how to take people. It's going to teach you violence. It's going to teach you how to take people down and be on top of them. For jiu-jitsu, show you get away from that. And then MMA is all of it together, man. That's why I like doing MMA, man. Just to see
how people stack up their skills. It's amazing.
Yeah, where my wrestling stood at in a fight, because I knew it would always help me. I just wanted to make sure, it would. Haven't got to really showcase anything else, but that's all right. I'm going to keep doing this till I got to showcase something else. I'm sure someone out there will be able to stop my takedown one day.
Well, I mean,
I can't wait. We'll see what I got in me. It's a challenge for myself,
Yeah, absolutely. You're ready for it.
Yeah.
You're ready for it. Well, hopefully we can have you back on here once you find out, official information and see who wants it.
From that. Thank you, everybody that's watching. Can't thank you enough for getting me out on here. I love that you guys watching, man. You guys want to keep us going, and we'll get you more news out there. Appreciate you all.
Chase wants the studio.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, dude, it'd be cool. If I get some more people on here too, it'd be cool too. So.
Yep. Yeah, if you guys, reach out to them.
It's really not that bad.
I talked to the Vogels. They plan on coming out here talking about their Taekwondo gym. That's also another good thing to get into young age.
Absolutely.
They have a good young kids program in there, and they have good coaches in there that really take their time with them. They plan on coming out here, man. If you guys got, a journey you're on, get out here and talk about it. Dude. That stuff's interesting.
Absolutely.
Like I was saying, Kyle Short was telling me about his coon hunting stuff, man. Like I've never been a coon hunter. I've not really been much of a hunter. But he's telling me stuff. That stuff's cool, dude. I'm glad you guys are doing that stuff. Man. Keep chasing that. Don't see guys at the top of that stuff.
Yeah.
Man.
And it's just like that, things like that. Coon hunting it's kind of it's dying out, as time goes on because it was just not. At one time, it was a popular sport, and then it was an older generation, and then during the transition, everything just kind of
get out here and talk about it.
Dude, it's like clubs like that, man, that keep it interesting, keep the sport alive. I got
journeys.
People graduating law enforcement. Awesome job, dude. Like
law enforcement and still doing jiu-jitsu stuff. Peyton Gherkin is a law enforcement. He's in law enforcement, and he just won nationals jiu-jitsu. Man, he's trying to better himself as, a person and an officer. In case he gets in those scenarios. Man, I like hearing journeys like that. Man, get out here and reach out to Chase. Man, if you guys ever, chasing your dreams, your journeys, man, I want to hear that stuff too. I watch. You guys got my views, and any of you guys out there fighting, put us out there, dude. You got my ticket. I'll be buying it. Put your name on it. So.
Right. Yeah,
I love hearing it.
It's good to uplift everyone that are even going out on the limb and trying things like that. Yep. So all kinds of people, man. You got Tyler Collins out there killing it in the race car, man.
Yes, I did see that.
I'm gonna work on getting him on here.
Get him on here.
Stuff like that, man. Like he's traveling to Tennessee and racing. He's doing all these big things, and I feel like some people don't know.
I follow that.
You know what I'm saying? It's just cool to see guys from North Vernon.
Right.
Like Scipio, dude. Like where's Scipio? Yeah. Like, well, guess what? You're gonna be hearing about it a lot more.
Dude. Yeah, get him out. That'd be cool.
But there's all kinds of people,
too.
Man. Yeah.
We got a bunch of big bodybuilders up there. Yeah.
Power lifters, man. We got people doing physique shows. I know a couple people physique shows. Yeah.
I've seen those too.
And that's a hardcore sport too, dude. You talk about diet and weight cutting.
Dieting, yeah.
Oh my god.
I'd like to hear more about that too. I'd like to see people get on here.
It's nuts, dude.
I know my weight cut sucks, but it's still different than what they do it too.
But it is fascinating to hear about all the different ways the human body can freaking do these things, dude. It really is nuts.
That stuff looks intense.
And I'm working on trying to get some people like that, and so I can't thank you enough for coming on and trying to help me get this going, dude. Because
You're always going to hear it here first. If it's coming from the gas tank, it's going to be right here.
And maybe one day I'll have a studio again, and it'll be a little bit more professional.
As long as it's in James County, that's the studio.
That's right. Yeah, I appreciate it. So, guys, if you're out there and you want to come on, just hit me up. It's really not that bad. And, I can't thank Jordan enough for coming on, and all you guys that stay listening to this. And, it's a hobby for me. It's something fun to do. And I like getting guys like this, their names out there for, because the internet's a vast world out there, man. People can get their hands on it from all over the place. Yep. And the more I throw it out there, dude, the more you get on here and we throw this out there, it's going to help you.
I've been getting fans I don't even, honestly don't know them, and they're telling me that, like, I know you don't know me, but me and my family just watch you fight, man. We're huge fans.
And that's how it all starts, man.
Yes.
And it's things like this is why I wanted to do this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It helps. It's just fun for me, but it helps you.
Yes, it really does.
It's a win-win situation.
And it's fun. Yeah, it really is fun. It's exciting. I'm glad you guys watched, man. We couldn't do it without you all.
Yeah, man. So there you guys go. Gas tank and coming off a fresh win. Hope you guys like that. We're going to hear back from them. Some official news to follow here before too long, hopefully. And we'll get everything lined up and get you guys, hopefully get everybody some tickets this time. We'll try to jump on this one early so we can really show them.
We're taking over.
And if you guys already don't know, he said around June 20. What you said, June 25th?
June 25th is the Louisville card.
So you might keep that in your back pocket for a future vacation day.
Oh yeah, it'll be a Saturday.
Yeah. So that's good. Then there's no excuse. That's a Saturday. Thanks everybody for listening. This is an episode of Chasing the Truth, and we'll be back to you here before too long with some more news.